Let's do this, baby cakes. Hello and welcome to Season 2 of Not 40 Just Blank, a podcast where we continue to take you back in time through the years and discuss all the weird and wonderful events within it, which make it so memorable for us. Each episode will find us chatting through the events, TV, news, sports, film and music of a single year, as well as the odd, funny and personal stuff that we can remember. So come and join us on our latest journey as we plough through the noughties, right here on Not 40 Just Blank. Well, I'm Luke and I'm 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee. He drives me round in his JCB. I said, I'm Luke, I'm 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee. He drives me round in his JCB. Hello, Blankers. Now, clearly, all of the above are lies except one, and I'll let you lot work out what one that is over the course of the next hour or two as we begin another episode of Not 40 Just Blank. And this week sees us take a dip into the muddy waters of 2006. I obviously need the assistance of two experts on that year, but as budgets are tight, we'll have to make do with these two filthy reprobates. It's Wyclef Dell and the Red Hot Philly Peppers.
Oh,
good evening.
Red Hot Philly Peppers.
I like
that.
And I liked that intro. I remember liking that song when it came out. Yeah,
it's great.
It's Loppy or whatever it was. I was listening to that.
It got a lot of stick, but I remember quite liking it.
It was a lovely little tune to begin with,
quite
and it
sweet.
breaks into this kind of chorus thing. It's very strange.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Luke and I'm 5.
Yeah,
and
it's
I'm
really
Bruce.
strange.
Yeah.
It's all like a really lovely kind of ode to his dad and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was a
lovely,
father-son kind of thing,
Yeah, it's a
wasn't it?
lovely little song.
I liked it, yeah.
Yeah, it took me
I haven't
back.
heard that. I might have to listen to it.
Sort of. And you mentioned Wyclef Jean.
I did mention Wyclef Dell.
Well,
yes.
Wyclef Dell. Sorry, Jean. Yeah. A lady I know actually made friends with him in Antigua over the last
Holy
couple of weeks.
smokes.
Yeah, she didn't have a clue who he was.
Just a
fucking
lovely
clue who
guy.
he was. Yeah, just a lovely guy. Had a few interests that she did. Met at a party. Yeah. Chatted to him. She showed me it in her phone.
Are we
Wyclef
taking
Jean.
the podcast international? Is
Well,
this what
yeah,
we're doing now?
potentially.
Yeah, get him on.
God, yeah.
We have
Get
to
him-
wait, though. We've got quite a busy schedule.
Yeah, we've got
coming
quite a
up.
few guests.
Yeah.
lined up, so
Get to the
Wyclef
back.
Jean might
Get
have
to the
wait.
back, Wyclef. Get
You
to
and
the
all
back.
the other Fugees.
Yeah.
Just wait your bloody turn, all right?
Lauren Hill, piss off.
Piss off. Well, it's good to see you, chaps.
Yeah,
It's been a little while.
hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Obviously, illness has swept through us recently, so we're all back fighting fit.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Are we ready?
2023. This is our year, isn't it?
This
Fighting-
is the year. This is the year. So
We're
we're
gonna
doing
be at the-
2006, but in 2023.
Yeah. And
We're in
then-
the past and the future and the present.
And at the
all
end
at
of the
once.
year, we are still hoping for the Radio Times front cover, aren't we?
Very much so. That's what we're aiming for.
Ooh,
this year.
yeah.
Radio Times front cover. So stick with us on the journey, guys. It's going to be bumpy. But until that time, let's hand over to Richie D to tell us all about 2006.
2006. Well, it was a interesting year for myself. I don't know about you guys. What was you doing? Do you remember much?
2006. I think I was breaking into TV.
I thought you meant houses.
I was breaking into houses. I think
cat burglar.
Yeah, I just started at Channel 4, I think. I'd changed career from social housing to
I
television.
couldn't tell you what
How
it was,
did you get? Just go.
Nepotism, Del, is the key. My cousin was
Yes.
very handily in
that's
charge
the name of the
things at
game, isn't
Channel
it?
4.
It was Andy Peters.
It's
wasn't
not what you know, it's who you know. That's my cousin,
Andy Pe-
Andy Peters.
Okay.
Always trapped in the broom.
well,
Yeah.
that was
What were you
Phil.
up to?
I can't remember.
can't-
I'd like to say I was probably still on.
Still nappy duties
Yeah,
and all manner of stuff.
Still eating 3 bags of sweets?
Probably more.
Probably more.
Probably more.
Just getting
Cut
through
down
life.
now.
Just getting through life generally
Just
as much as we could.
just to inform the listeners, young Philip Reynolds has devoured 3 bags of
yeah.
sweets. And I didn't realise the calorie content.
Yeah.
Because I'm not drinking, so that's my first one about drinking.
So yeah, we're not
I do
talking
dry
like,
January, but
small-
overloaded on sweets.
not talking small bags. We're talking like share bags of sweets.
Yeah, that's,
And he's done 3 thus far, so this could be an interesting. If he stops
be an
stops
interesting
talking,
one.
he's hearing that really high pitched
Yeah,
ringing
exactly.
noise in his ear again.
I can see him the foot shaking quite
Yeah,
a few
it's going.
times. The numbers are kicking in.
They
But
are
yes,
indeed. Right, in that case, Del, you kick in with some.
I'll
some
kick in. Yeah,
thoughts.
my leg's been tapping for a while. So
the toe tapper.
yes. So, but basically, for me, I'll hit you with this story. I wanted to do a prank on my wife. My wife was out at the pub. I thought nipples, it would be amusing to lay on the floor in our house and put whipped cream on my nipples. Top off, obviously, that would be crazy. I was laying down with whipped cream on my nipples, and I waited for so long for her to come back that I actually fell asleep. When I woke up, I felt both my cats, Ronnie and Reggie, licking whipped cream off my nipples.
I have a question.
Yeah,
I've lots.
What exactly were you hoping was going to happen with you passed out with whipped cream on your nipples?
Well, I thought, it's kind of like, say it's a prank. I kind of thought, well, she's either going to like find it amusing or she might get turned on by it. But
yeah, that's what we wanted.
As you're coming out battered, you want some, obviously, some drunk sex, don't you? So
sure.
And what time, did she leave at 8 and at 8:30 you were there ready, waiting, or did you at least speak much? She'd be home, it's pubs closed about 11.
Yeah.
I've got an image of her going out of the house, just straight away.
No.
It's melted about 9 times. Keeps adding it to his nipples. This will work this time. It's melted again.
No, it was about 10 o'clock, I think, at night.
10. You got really into
it's weird.
Quite eager.
Well, the weird thing was the cat started licking my nipples, and
Here it comes. Here comes the oversharing.
I could have stopped them, but I kind of let them carry on. Yeah,
Did you squirt more on?
It was like it was like tickled. It was like kind of weird. It was like
the rough time on your nipple.
Well, I say you let them like as if they had a choice, but yeah. But it was
They definitely had a choice.
Yeah, it wasn't good. But the worst bit was one of me. I think it was Ronnie. Like looked at me as if to say like, "Fucking hell, Rich, we'll be."
This is a new low.
This is a new low. It's like
even for us,
we'll be dead in a few years, mate. You got to live with this shit for the rest of your life.
Whatever you do, promise us now. Don't share it on a podcast.
Exactly.
That's what they said with their eyes.
Yeah, he posted it on Pussycat Instagram. Pussy book. Or some shit. So
licked in.
Licked in. Oh, I like that.
There it is.
I like that. The other thing had that year was
apart from bestiality?
But apart from bestiality, I started in the world of stand-up comedian, stand-up comedy, even not stand-up comedian. I try it.
In the world of stand-up comedians.
I did my toe. I was in to be a stand-up comedian, but I think you came to the showcase, didn't you? The first one, yeah,
absolutely.
I feel I can't remember if you did. It's in Camden. Yeah, I think it's in Camden. I think you did.
Yeah. A pub on the corner or something.
That's the one, yeah. I remember it going absolutely brilliantly, and I thought like I did this gig and I absolutely shit myself, being nervous. I smashed it, and I just thought, you know what? I fucking got this comedy stuff in the bag.
Easy.
And then so much so, the arrogance of it. I remember my next gig.
Of youth,
I was like, whatever. Yeah, I've done that set the other day. It's old shit. So I was just going to get up and improvise. And I remember just like getting up.
Gig two.
It was just
like, book me O2 next.
I got this down to the
deposit down.
I remember getting up and I struggled so badly to improvise that I ended up telling a story about sausage. It was just it's like randomly thing about a sausage, like as if the audience were like 5 years old or something like that.
Well, you didn't prep for it. You just
I didn't prep. I just like because I was like into Eddie Izzard, Ross Noble at the time, and acts like that who was improvised, like King at improvised. Well, they didn't really improvise. They had a structure. They used to go off
points that they could hit and then go off.
You hadn't made any notes or anything.
No notes. So I found out the hard.
Went up on stage.
Went out there, did a couple of things, didn't work. Ended up going on this story about a fucking sausage that didn't work. And then like I panicked.
We didn't see this one. We didn't see this gig.
Well, this is even worse. I ended up panicking, and then like I ran over because it was in like a pub that was open at the time, so it wasn't a closed off room like a lot of the comedy gigs. Was, and I run over where the condiments were, and I remember like grabbing the mustard. Right, I remember going over on stage, pouring mustard on my hands and slapping it on my face like as if it was aftershave to freshen myself up. The other weird thing about this whole thing was I didn't realise I had this like nervous tick thing. Like every time I was doing punchlines, I was slapping myself on the thigh. So like I had mustard on my face. I was slapping myself on the thigh, and then I was telling a story about a sausage. I remember like obviously it went fucking absolutely horrendous.
Went well?
Not really, mate. No.
So it went viral.
But the worst thing was like I came off like and sort of like overheard one guy like talking to his girlfriend, and he just went, I think it's great that they let people like that up on stage.
The fact that you get away with blaming it on some sort of mental illness is...
I think it's great that people like that.
Isn't it brave they let that out?
Brave, yeah. So sweet, isn't it? They give them time on stage. Sort of like, a bit of time. So yeah,
They'll follow their dreams.
Yeah.
Follow their dreams.
I wonder if it's a tax break.
So that was that. And my final thing that I've got here, Jim, is you was involved in this little story. Do you remember the hijacking we did on HSBC?
You think I would.
When I say hijacking...
You might need to, refresh the old
I'll elaborate a
memories.
little bit. Hijacking, I mean by we basically hijacked a works drink do.
Oh, no, that sounds a bit more familiar.
So we went into, it was pitch and piano or whatever it was, and went into, and like, we was at the time where we went all on, like, we was on like starter money in London, like not too much, but we managed to get into this sort of pub where half of the pub was basically for the HSBC.
Yeah, on a tab, wasn't it?
And we went up to the bar, and I think they said, didn't they? Go, are you with HSBC? And I think, yeah, of course we did.
Away. I mean, if someone asks, you say yes.
We literally like
the bank that likes to say yes. No, that's someone else, isn't it?
When about like 7 drinks later or something stupid, some guy come up to us, go, "Who the fuck are you guys?"
Well, what department do you lot work in? Money.
I remember you blagging it a bit, didn't you? I remember you saying to the guy, I think you pulled it off to begin with, didn't you?
I think I tried pulling him off. Should we stay? Can we stay? As I tickle his nuts. Honestly, I must have been.
I remember
drunk.
I remember you pulling it off, and then someone obviously come over later, and then
that's got on your way.
Just fucking it's harmless.
Exactly. Who gets hurt?
Corporate
really?
cash.
Massive. Exactly. We were stocking it to the man, weren't we?
But you managed to get a few drinks, though.
Yeah. We were we sort of kind of
socking it to the big man.
So yeah,
take that. Corporate.
Take that in the dick.
Yeah, wallop.
Boom.
Nice.
So yeah, that's it from me.
An interesting year,
Interesting year,
mixed bag for you, Rich.
Very mixed.
Very mixed bag indeed. Did the next gigs go better? Did you revise and sort of prepare?
That's if you don't learn from your lessons, that's the thing, isn't it?
Exactly. That would have been criminal, but you did, which is a marvelous thing.
I
did you with the whipped cream? No, that's the worry.
Whipped cream.
Oh, we went back to that.
No. So lessons learned was don't use mustard. I then went on to my tomato ketchup, and it was a different thing. Yeah. No, but the whipped cream, that was a once off.
Let's call it a one-off.
Oh, kind of, yeah.
It was every Thursday.
Not being finished with.
Thursday
I
night.
Quite liked it.
Yeah, it was the whole. I could have stopped.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's like having one bite of a cream cake.
Exactly. You can
it's
never
naughty
say
but
no,
nice.
can you?
Naughty
never
but nice.
Say no, Cal.
Out for the.
Shh. Phil's audio diary. Hi, Blankers. It's Monday, the 9th of January, about 4:45. I think the last time I spoke to you, it was Sunday morning, wasn't it? About 4:40 something, I can't remember. But I didn't do one after that because I couldn't be bothered really. But yeah, it's Monday. Went to the cinema last night, actually. Wasn't much on. We went and saw that Whitney Houston film, me and my wife. It's okay, nothing brilliant, but there's not much. Cinemas, it's a dying thing now, isn't it? I do fear for the cinema. I hope things improve there, because I do like a good cinema, but it was pretty poor, must admit. Anyway, it's a cold day today, about 3 degrees. So I hope you Blankers are keeping safe, and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care. Bye. Shh. Phil's audio diary.
Should we go straight into what was making the news around the world, not just in our world, but around the bloody world?
Yeah.
I'm going to start you with this, gentlemen. Mm-hmm. There was a whale discovered swimming up the bloody River Thames.
That's the top of my one as well. That was,
yeah. I got that
the
as well.
world's just
I remember that.
crazy
Yeah,
mixed up place, isn't it? Was it? Am I right? Was it like an albino kind of a whale? You know, the bright white beluga whales. Was that what
I don't think it was. No, the picture I had.
Maybe it was another one.
I think it was like.
It's happened a few times, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But this was the first time it was like, oh, that's proper news. Weird shit's happening.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the one from SeaWorld?
Yes, it was
Yeah,
Shamu.
Shamu, motherfucker.
Shamu had broken out and swum across the Atlantic and ended up.
It's like, I'm
the Thames.
free. And then,
Yeah.
then he
Where should I go? Bermondsey.
then he got to Southend and he just thought, oh, fuck this.
Yeah, stopped for a couple of goes on the Peter Pan's playground and toddled back again.
He got a Rossi's before he checked out, though, I think.
Why would you not?
Yeah.
Greatest ice cream in the world, Tel. Greatest ice cream in the bloody world. What else was happening around the world? Philip Reynolds, tell us some stuff.
Saddam Hussein was executed, wasn't he?
Keep it light, sweetheart. Keep it
Yeah,
light.
exactly, yeah.
That was happening. That
What was he
happened.
executed for?
Just
Unpaid
very
tax
bad at hide and
Yeah,
seek.
yeah. Very
So,
bad at hide and
yeah.
seek, yeah. He was, wasn't he?
He was.
Yeah, Bin Laden lasted a shit longer than he.
Yeah.
So, you know,
World record
that's the
holder.
price when you enter the hide and seek world competition. That is the price
That's
you
what
have to
you
pay.
pay. Wow.
Consequences, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. You've got to know. You've got to know.
So that Pluto was downgraded.
The dog?
No, the planet. Was
the planet.
to a
Yeah.
dwarf planet.
Oh,
It's a dwarf planet.
Downgraded to a
Ooh.
it's not
dwarf
even that
planet.
anymore, is it now?
I don't know what the fuck.
No,
It's
I
just a
don't-
big rock, isn't it now?
Is it not considered?
I think it just goes up to
No.
Neptune
I don't think it.
now, doesn't
No, it isn't. Is it? So.
It's like,
Shit.
oh.
Yeah, no one's
Yeah,
bothered
so-
about going to Pluto, was it?
It was my favourite planet as well. It was.
Was it really?
What's that?
Just because I think it was a
Named
Disney
after a
character
dog,
as
yeah,
well.
That's exactly. I mean,
Oh,
surely
it was that Uranus.
Uranus, obviously.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
you ain't, yeah.
But you're classier than that, aren't you?
How do they pronounce you?
Uranus.
Uranus. Yeah, that's weird.
Is it my fucking
Yeah,
first
bollocks.
Uranus and you know it? Yeah.
But yeah, go on. I've got some more, but
Richard Dizzle?
Do you want some?
Have you got to be
finish
so
on that.
quick, so
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
let's
we'll
let's
finish on
hold. I know you're very
Oh, sorry,
excited
no,
to
I
do
have
that
got
one.
sensible news.
Oh, cool.
You want
Here's
some-
the sensible news
I
first.
have got some somewhere.
Turns out,
YouTube started.
did it really?
Yeah.
It never lasts.
Yeah,
Never
no,
bloody
no, exactly.
lasted.
Yeah, there's a phase, wasn't it? Yeah. YouTube started. Wireless internet as well. Had
Yeah,
this,
it was all taking off, wasn't it? It was properly cracking on.
And the start of many a dick pic or duck pic, depending on what your thing is. Can anyone guess?
Camera phones?
Yeah, videos on phone.
Bingo.
And pictures, yeah.
I like the way you kept quiet when it was mentioning dick pics. I don't know what he's talking about.
There. Or duck pics.
Or duck
Yeah.
pics. Or pictures of cats licking nipples.
Oh, don't.
What a video that was. I've got a great one of Dell if you want it afterwards.
It's, isn't it like a, what is it, like a mural? On
It's painted on one of my
Or a
the toilet wall. Just you lying prone on the floor with a cat attached to his nipple. A big can of fucking spray cream.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a lovely thing. I should really try and post a picture of that on the site. What else can I tell you? I can tell you that a tornado hit London.
Did it really?
Oh.
Fucking tornado. The world was going mental during 2006, I tell you. Richard Hammond, mentioned later on
He
in
had that crash,
the
didn't he?
podcast, had that massive crash.
Oh, yeah.
On Top Gear. It was
Yeah,
like
sure.
280 something mile an hour. Something ridiculous, wasn't it?
Close to 300,
The
wasn't it?
guy's a fucking lucky bugger to be alive. But yeah, he suffered serious injuries. And now you wouldn't really know anything of it, would you, I suppose?
No,
Well,
not-
apart from the fact that he can't remember his wife's name and he misses out 18, 19 and 20 when he counts to 100. But neither of those are true.
I would have gobbled that up then.
Neither of those are true. And the final one from me for the time being, £53 million got stolen from a Securitas depot in Kent. It was the largest cash robbery in UK history.
Oh, did they get away with it?
Yes, I did. Yes, they did.
yeah.
Yes, they did. Excuse me. I don't know
Hijackers
anything
back
about
again.
it. I know nothing about where it is. Have you seen my new car, by the way? Any more from you, Phil?
Steve Irwin deaf as well.
Oh, poor old
yeah,
Stevie.
shit, yeah.
That was this year. That was sad, wasn't it? That was.
Yeah, it was.
He was terrible on skates, wasn't he?
And I completely forgot about this, actually. Italy won the World Cup in Germany.
They did, yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought Germany won it that year, and then I was like, when did Italy win it?
Yeah,
and then I think I talked to you about it, and then it was the Zidane.
Zidane headbutt thing,
And
wasn't
then,
it?
and then come back to me, but
shit, yeah.
I completely forgot that Italy won the World Cup that year.
Do you know why he headbutted? So it was Zidane headbutted Marco Materazzi in the chest, didn't he? Do you know what he said to him?
that his mum, wasn't it, or something?
No, he called him a cheeseburger.
He might have called him a cheese. I do remember that as an anecdote. He said, he was trying to sort of grab him and stuff, wasn't he? And he went, I don't want your shirt. I'd prefer that whore that is your sister.
Oh, really? Wow.
Oh, so he went bang and had it. It was like the last minute of...
But
the match, wasn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, he headbutted. He went, she's not a whore, she's a slut.
Yeah, she doesn't take payment.
But
She
the-
does it for free.
Obviously, the bit you don't. Obviously, that's the famous bit of the World Cup final. But Zidane scores the Panenka that goes in off the crossbar. Do you remember that?
Yeah, 'cause
It's like one in the World Cup
it
final.
was on penalties, wasn't it? That Italy won.
No, but I think in the game, I think France
Yeah.
go 1-up.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's a Zidane penalty.
Yeah.
And he does like a Panenka, but it's like it
ball's on the
goes
bar.
off the bottom of the cross. It goes in off the crossbar as well.
Yeah,
And it's
nailed
like,
it.
fuck him. And he was my favourite player.
It turns
I
out
think.
he was quite good.
Yeah, I think he's my favourite player of all time. But I just remember to think, fucking hell, the balls of that, and to do it so close to the crossbar
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely. Yeah, a foot away from going over entirely.
Yeah.
Awful. But
yeah.
England got knocked out quarterfinals, was it? By Portugal?
Was it? No,
I think it's Portugal on
I
penalties.
thought we lost to Germany on that one, didn't we? Or was that?
No, so
No,
we,
it was
we beaten-
Portugal.
was it Portugal?
Yeah.
I'll get
With
mixed
the
up with that one.
It's the wing
2010.
wasn't it? Of Ronaldo with the
Oh,
wing.
was it that
Yes,
one?
it was that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, you're right, because we'd beaten Ecuador. I
So was it
think, the round
2010 we
before.
lost to Germany?
Yeah.
That would sound about right, yeah.
Yeah, then Rooney gets sent off, doesn't he? And then,
That's right, because it was Beckham a few years before that,
Yes.
and then Rooney this time round.
Yeah,
It was
they
like
wind him up proper. Didn't they?
hated for a while and stuff. Because
Yeah.
that was Sven-Göran Eriksson, wasn't it? Was manager, so he would have got boffed out, and then
Yeah,
it
and
was
then
who took over?
McLaren, wasn't it?
McLaren, the Wally with
Steve.
the yeah,
Super Steve.
Had he done his spell in Holland then, or was that after?
And I think he went after, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
it must
so.
have
That's
been.
hilarious, isn't
20
it? With the Dutch accent.
We are how you say the underdog shake. What's it?
That's still one of the funniest
And he was
interviews
the brolly with the
ever.
Wally as well, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
it was,
For,
yeah.
like,
That's one of the
Stand in Rain.
funniest interviews ever, isn't it?
So
The
good.
thing is, though, right,
So
that guy has done however many years in football management. He's like, obviously, he's qualified. He's done this and that, but when you just every time you think about him, it's
That's
the
all
Dutch
you
accent
That's all
and
you can
Wally.
remind him.
And,
Yeah, absolutely. That's
It's like
his two
Graham
things,
Taylor
isn't it?
with the turnip. thing.
Managed England. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Brolly with the Wally.
Well, it is.
Steve.
It's like how wankish are the press that they can just sum your whole career
Yeah.
up
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
in-
They can
not
ruin-
even
they
sum
can
your
ruin
career
it,
up, but
can't
just
they?
ruin your career.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
it's
one
like
Absolutely,
bit.
yeah. As you say, the turnip and all the rest of
Turnip,
it. It's awful,
Wally in
isn't
the
it?
body. Yeah, they had loads for Bobby Robson, didn't they? That was harsh
Yeah.
with him, but oh man.
The only other thing I've got, this is an interesting one. In China, they had the
Hello.
tallest man. They put his long arms to use as he's reaching into stomachs of dolphins of an aquarium to remove plastic that they had swallowed, as vets had failed to do so.
Oh really?
That's
Wow.
never a job.
That's
Did you
brilliant.
advertise that in the paper?
I don't know.
Wanted.
It's
like,
A man with
mate.
very long arms.
He was China's
to remove
tallest
plastic.
man, and they used his arms to pull out plastic of the dolphins.
Can't argue with that, I suppose, can you?
Well, so what end was he going?
I'm guessing he was going in the rear end. Yeah.
Like a puppet.
Yeah, you go.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a puppet.
Guessing he was going
Imagine
through
the guy just walking down the road with two
Two dolphins on his arms. You're right, what have you been up to? Do you want to
You're going,
ask? You take the piss.
you go. So
Shake my hand. Hello.
the usual, right?
That'd be amazing. Can I get it with a straw this time? Turns out I can't pick it up.
yeah, I can't do it.
You called this Chinese guy Ray.
Right.
All right, Ray.
How about a couple of fish for you, mate?
Oh, that is tremendously splendid. Oh, that's made me chuckle. Any more for any more, or should we let Richie do?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Embarrass us with his incredible news, Del.
Yeah, I've got
I
some
think
good
it's-
ones.
I think it's time for the jingle.
There we
we
go.
got
I'm
some
going to go a
records
little
as well. We got some records as well.
records.
Like me and Jim going against each other, mate.
I have actually. Yes, I've got some
I
records.
think you
Yeah,
won 4-1
you can
last
go head to head again. That's not a problem. The only thing I wanted to bring back, go rewind a little bit on the Steve Irwin thing.
yeah.
Have you guys seen his son? Doing
Yeah, exactly
any-
the same as him,
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's like honestly, it's like a replica.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the mannerisms and all that. Right, let's get back to this. I can't remember. It was
You're ready
Did
for this?
I can't remember. Was he talking off air about the attempted Steve Irwin attack on?
I think we were
Well,
talking
stigmas.
with our guest, weren't
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
A little bit earlier about it
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the evening. Yeah.
Yeah, Shaquille O'Neal. dressed as an eel.
Just mentioning random NBA players.
Yeah. No. Right,
Killing
guys.
that
We got this right. Iranians invented a word to describe a word of a camel that won't give milk until someone tickles their nostrils. Can you name that word?
So Iranians came up with a word that describes a camel that won't give milk until its nostrils are tickled. That word, clearly, Phil...
You might as well make it up.
Because you
it's
speak Iranian fairly fluently. Phil, what is that word?
Flalel.
That's a good one. Let's hear Jimmy's.
I'm going to go with putta.
Putza. That's not both good guesses. It's actually nakur. Nakur. So, if you're ever in Iran,
Downtown Iran.
yeah,
And you're looking for a camel.
and you want it to give milk until someone tickles. Well, it won't give milk until its nostrils are
Tickly,
tickled. Nakur.
Nakur.
There you go.
Committing to memory.
Right.
I'm going to have to get like one of my kids' date of birth or something to
Okay.
keep that piece of information in, aren't I?
Right, right. Let's go up. You two, head to head. You ready?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
How many words do the Albanians have to describe moustache?
Moustache.
Moustache.
All right, we'll do it fairly. So
We'll go one each.
yeah.
So
You go
me
first. I'll go first.
Okay. Albanian
Yeah,
words
Albanians.
for
Yeah.
moustache.
How many words do they have to describe the word moustache?
Just moustache or like handlebar and all the rest of
Doesn't-
it. So not styles
doesn't-
of moustache,
doesn't make
it's
it
just moustache,
specific,
okay.
it just
I'm
says
going to say
moustache.
7.
Fuck, it could be anything, can there? 19.
27. So
Holy
Phil
mackerel.
takes the
Albanians
points.
Bloody love
The
it.
closest.
Didn't
Right.
Well played.
Have you not got all the 27?
Can you imagine it? Just Dilda, flamala, bibbidi bom bom.
Right. What's the heaviest weight supported by a human tongue?
What's the hell? What's the
heaviest weight supported by a human tongue?
Is it in kilos or
It's in pounds.
in pounds? Okay, Reynolds. It's
the heaviest weight supported by a human tongue? Pound, fucking hell.
It's quite a strong muscle, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it's the strongest in the body, isn't it? I think.
Ooh.
Well, speak for yourself.
Still,
Mrs. Reynolds must be
Well,
having a
so-
fun time.
they've got quite a long time for it, so something's got to be supported on it, and it's in pounds.
It's in pounds.
Pounds.
Fucking hell.
It's like a bag of sugar in it, a pound.
I mean, that's fucking
quite
hard
hefty,
to hold a
isn't it?
bag of sugar on you.
Tough, but you know.
You could only do it for 5 seconds.
Okay,
So-
so here he comes. Look at the thing. He's really put some fucking thought into
Bam,
this.
bam,
hasn't
bam. I'm going to have to push you.
he?
I'm going to have to push you for
Only
time.
Because, you know, we,
2.5 pound.
2.5 pounds.
half
Okay.
pounds.
Jimmy?
I'm going to go slightly heavy. I'm going to say 4 pounds.
4 pounds.
Yeah.
Jimmy takes the point. Although, if you'd have replicated the answer for the moustache, 27.
Get out of
27
this
pounds.
house. 27
Yeah.
pounds? God,
Five,
that's
five,
like
seven.
That's 2 stone.
2 stone odd,
Well,
isn't it?
this is what this
Bloody
guy-
Nora.
His name was Greg Blackthorne.
I'll tell you
What
what.
was it? Do you know? That he put on his tongue, or was it just like loads of stuff for that? weight?
Just a weight.
It was like a pyramid of bags of sugar.
Yeah.
It was hung off of,
Yeah.
it was hung from it, probably.
It was
I'm thinking on it.
You think
Yeah.
it was going upwards?
I'm thinking
Like
on
a
it.
massive
yeah, of
tower.
course.
That's going to fall
So he's
over.
got, yeah.
It was the cast of Glee. I don't know.
Just the guy in the chair.
Yeah. All right.
£27.
Okay, right. Okay, so it's 1-1. So it's
one
getting tense. It's getting
Okay.
good. It's getting good, people. Right. What was the most metal ever eaten?
Oh, that's like a French guy that ate bikes and light bulbs and weird shit in the
Yeah.
1800s, isn't it? Oh, is this in kilos again? Or
This is in tons.
tons? Jesus.
What, over a period of time, or
I'm guessing so.
his whole life?
Not one sitting, is it?
No,
That's what I mean. His
that's
whole
what
life.
Yeah,
Or-
that's
I'm
what
absolutely
guessing, mate.
stuffed. I can't have any more baguette love. I've eaten 4 ton of battleship.
Fuck yeah.
I'm going to say
This is over a lifetime, yeah.
like 3.5 tons. I mean, whatever it is, it's a ridiculous amount of pissing metal.
I'm just going to go slightly more because I haven't got a clue. I'll go 5 ton.
5 ton.
If it's 27 again, I'm going to be really annoyed.
It's 9 tons.
9
Bill
tons?
takes it.
That's like 4 fucking minis. What's he doing? Eating 4 minis worth of.
So one of the things that he ate, this is insane. He ate a whole Cessna 150 aeroplane.
That's an aeroplane. Jesus wet.
There you go.
I mean,
Right.
I'll give it my life. I really
Okay,
do.
last
There's me
one.
worried
Last
about my
one.
3 bags of sweets.
Right, last one. So Jimmy,
turns out I
Jimmy,
need this to draw.
you could square it up, and
Need
if
this
not,
one.
I'll have.
I'll tell you what. Double or nothing, Phil.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
makes it interesting.
Right. The world's longest fingernails.
Oh,
This is in feet.
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 I think I've seen it. They,
Feet and the inches, if you want to be specific. But
Well, feet and fingers.
we'll go.
technically.
I think
Yeah.
I've seen them and they curl up and everything.
Yeah,
I've
they
seen
do,
them all
mate, yeah,
curled
you're
up.
right.
I wouldn't want to be this guy's wife, put it that way.
Feet
You tickle my
curled
arse.
up. So if you actually stretched out, I reckon it's going to be a good
It's lengthy, isn't it?
12 feet.
Oh, you
12 feet.
went with 10. I wonder if he's
Yeah.
over-egged it. And I could go
feet.
I could jump in with 10. Oh. I'm going to say it's longer than that. I'm going to say 13 feet.
13 feet.
Yeah.
Oh, Phil. You're going to kick yourself.
What?
You should have gone more, man.
Really?
Yeah, 29 feet.
Jeez.
10.1 inches. Wow.
Holy smokes.
There you go, people.
hell.
There you go.
Hell.
That's
Great
madness.
news. Great news as always, Dale. Great roundup. Can we have the outro? Lovely stuff.
Nailed it now.
Absolutely nailed it.
Just finds himself humming it all week.
Got to get it
Coming
right.
down the stairs.
100%
Claire, leave me alone. I'm doing my fucking theme tune.
It's in the shower. Lad on the floor with whipped cream on his chest.
Remembering he hasn't got cats anymore.
Yeah.
Who's interested in these now? Oh, it's only the wife.
I have to do a lot more for Max. Oh,
Yeah. Oh, dearie me.
he eats cocks for snacks.
That is the word you want to finish on, isn't it? That was the news from 2006.
Okay.
Now, here's Richard with the weather.
Out for the
Phil's audio diary. Evening blankers. It's Saturday the 14th of January, about 6:15. Just getting ready to go out with the boys. Del, Jim, friend of the pod, Gav as well. Don't know if anyone else is coming actually. I think it's just us four for now. But yeah, going into Rayleigh for a little curry and a few drinks. So that should be a good evening. Finished my sourdough, baked a sourdough yesterday. That was good. Didn't come out as expected, as I wanted it to, but still it was a good learning curve. I won't post it because it wasn't good, but I could do another one and hopefully I'll be better. Maybe I'll probably do a little diary tomorrow and let you know how tonight goes. Speak to you then. Bye. Shh. Phil's audio diary.
Okay, let's talk TV from 2006 then, gentlemen. Mind if I start?
No, far away. I didn't have
thanks.
much here, to be fair.
No, I mean,
Yeah, sometimes we find like loads and loads and loads and loads. This was a little bit more selective. So what shall I start with? I'm going to start with sad news on TV.
Oh, yeah.
Grandstand finished after 50 years.
Oh,
and you know how we love a theme tune?
Yeah.
yeah.
But that was one of the best.
It was. It's great, wasn't it? Especially I used to just love it when they used to do
So
obviously
good.
the FA Cup because it was a whole day
That
event,
was a
wasn't
full
it?
day, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah.
like,
Also, one of the best names for a presenter ever, Dickie Davis.
Dickie Davis.
Like, rolls off the tongue.
It really does.
the-
Especially if you're lucky.
Better than,
But yeah, then on like other weeks it was like hockey, netball, and the
Yeah, you
Burlington
could have some
horse
really
trials
shit.
and stuff,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It was like you never quite. Know
it was
what
like,
you're gonna get. It was-
the bollocks that basically the Olympics sweeps up.
yes,
that
yeah,
would do
yeah,
that on a
absolutely. It's
regular
all the weirder
basis.
sports, but it was like it's the only sort of live sport you could really see on the
Yeah.
telly, wasn't it? So it was like I'll lap
Yeah.
this up.
Yeah.
But yeah, sad day when that finished. Like nearly 50
What
years.
is it like?
ran for.
You're a sport probably smashed it
Yeah, I
out.
suppose so now. Yeah, it's got all that weirder sort of like the rallying and all
Yeah,
the
sort of
odder,
like-
slightly
yeah.
odder stuff, isn't it?
And they all got divided up ITV4. All that.
what was
Yeah.
the Indian game?
Kabaddi.
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 Loved
Yeah.
Kabaddi. So good.
I didn't understand one bit of it.
It was
but-
just tag essentially, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Kabaddi,
Kabaddi. But there you go. That is that's sad news from TV. Let's go on to happier stuff, shall we? The National Lottery live draw was invaded by Fathers for Justice, not
No, not
Farmers for Justice, as we incorrectly
in the
might have said.
tractors coming in.
I knew them little bastards were getting everywhere, weren't they? Was it Batman?
Absolutely, I'm sure.
Do you do a bit of a West Country accent?
Little
when you say
bastard.
bastard?
Bloody everywhere, aren't they? Batman, these all sorts of bastards, idiots who are running around in their trousers and whatnot.
Farmers, no.
Absolutely.
Bloody.
What else we got, fellas? Sort me out with some.
The Big Bang
telly.
Theory started.
Yeah.
Bang Theory, really?
Yeah, I've never really watched it, but
Was it that early?
Apparently so.
Holy smokes! I did not think he was that early. I knew it was How I Met Your Mother. In a similar vein, that started.
So, How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother. Down Tots, wasn't it?
Down Tots.
But yeah, I remember that started.
Speaking to Ray with his dolphins on his arm.
Dolphins for hands.
Got Dexter as well.
Dexter.
I never watched that
No, I
either,
never
really.
really got into Dexter, no.
Meant to be quite good. I think I watched a couple of them and I never got into it.
Yeah.
But it's one of them shows I would go back, but I've heard the ending is meant to be appalling.
So you don't want to sort of commit
as if
17,000
like
hours
people's,
to-
you know, when you go and people actually say it's like one of the worst TV and industry. I'm not going to go
kind
and
of
watch it
another
all out
Lost, yeah.
just for one of the worst endings ever.
Yeah.
So it
Disappointing.
kind of it stops me from going back to watch it. I don't know where it happens, but a lot of people say that.
Fair play.
IT Crowd.
Yeah.
Now that's wonderful.
Yeah, I like the IT Crowd.
Big
It's
fan
good.
of that.
Again, James mentioned that. I never really got into that.
Did you really not?
No,
Oh,
just
man,
bypassed
it was
me.
so good.
Yeah,
Really
loads of
clever.
people said I just don't know.
But yeah, sort of like Chris O'Dowd, Richard Iowadi,
Yeah,
and
I like
Catherine Parkinson.
I like
They're
them
all great,
both.
aren't
I
they?
just don't know.
Because there's
Just
even like cameos from Noel Fielding.
Fielding.
stuff
And
in
yeah,
there,
exactly. I should have liked
Matt
it.
Berry
I
and all
just
the rest
don't
of it.
know. I tried it a couple of times.
Very good. Yeah. It's definitely worth a bash.
I've got a couple more, but I'll let Del.
Well, then Richie D.
Well, I think I got this right this time. You can Life on Mars.
Yes.
Yeah, so I got it right this time.
That was what I had. So yeah.
Well, have you said that previous
I
year?
think it's only a good few years ago. I think it was quite early.
Yeah,
wasn't
really
it?
early.
Yeah,
It was like way too early.
Yeah.
Not going out.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I was surprised with that actually.
That's still going as
Because
well.
obviously,
isn't it?
that's still going, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fair play. The other thing I really like this again is very obscure, very weird. Don't know if it's everyone's cup of tea, but Time Trumpet with Armando Iannucci.
Oh yeah.
It's like again they were going back in time, talking about like comedy, and it was the first one where people were like comedians were talking about this fake event that actually are happening.
Oh,
and they were
right.
talking it about as if it was true. They've done it with a few similar things, but for some reason, again, it was very niche. So I don't think it wouldn't. It was on BBC Two, probably 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it only hit a certain amount. You had to really like Armando Iannucci, who wrote Partridge and wrote other things, but he's mainly a writer.
Yeah.
But it'd appear in certain things. I liked him, but it's like say very obscure. And the other thing I really liked was Charlie Brooker's Screen Wipe.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had that down.
So that was really for me. Dickinson's raw deal, a real deal, even though don't give Dickinson.
Dickinson,
So like him and Schwarzenegger. Belushi.
In the best.
That would have been amazing. Bibbly bobbly, bibbly bobbly, bibbly bob. It's a right bobbly dazzler.
Right, Bobby Dazzler. Yeah, so that's really it for me.
There's a couple of other.
How to look good naked.
Yeah, I was going to say there's that sort of weird.
Is that Gillian
stuff.
McKeith? Was it?
That was Trini and Susanna, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, that's right. I got that mixed up with what was the one with the doctor in it, with Embarrassing Bodies.
Embarrassing
Yeah.
Bodies.
That also started. Yeah, you're right. There was a couple of weird bits and pieces that were on. Do you remember Saxondale?
Oh, that
Coogan,
was That was
wasn't it?
Coogan, wasn't it? Yeah.
When he was that kind of,
detective, wasn't he?
It was like a shitty Clarkson, wasn't he? It was that kind of
But he was-
guy in
and
leather
wasn't it-
jacket,
yeah, I
all
do.
about the
Wasn't it a bit like that? And
that weird
it's a bit-
speech thing.
it's a bit Bergerac-y as well. Wasn't it on like a weird island
It
or
was a
something like
very strange one. He was always sort of chewing on
Yeah, I
each
don't
other's
think
mouth.
I-
and stuff.
no.
It wasn't really for me, which is a shame because I think we all quite like Coogan.
Yeah.
But it's like as Partridge.
Yeah, some of his
Yeah, I
characters are
think
hit
he-
and miss, aren't they?
Yeah. And then there was something called Lead Balloon, which I'm not sure if you guys
Yeah,
know.
that
Oh,
was
Jack D, wasn't it?
Jack D.
Oh, yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
yeah.
really depressed of kind
Yeah.
of life and stuff.
It's
It
like
was
the
very
British
good.
version of Curb.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
absolutely. It was like
Yeah.
an author or something of that ilk, wasn't it? I
Yeah,
think?
that's right. Yeah.
That was quite good. I remember that. And then Love Island was axed this year after just 2 series.
Oh, really?
Because it was really, they did like a celebrity version, didn't they? It was pretty shit.
Oh,
And
Wasn't
obviously
that with
it's now
like Paul
come back.
Danan and was it Kelly Brook as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it Paul Danan and Kelly
They were
Brook,
the
the
hosts,
hosts or
weren't
something?
they?
Yeah, it was
really?
And then it
awful,
was
wasn't
Patrick Kilty did it as
Yeah,
well, I think,
yeah.
for a bit.
Yeah.
And it was just really badly received. Totally wrong time for it.
Okay.
And obviously now it's come back and
Yes.
it's the kind of behemoth
Yeah.
that it is now. So,
Fair enough.
very weird. Other things finishing, so I mentioned Grandstand. Top of the Pops came to an end this year after 42
Yeah,
years as well.
It's
Long running
sad.
staples, done, dusted.
Yeah, again, it's weird how it just like the world changes. Isn't
So
it?
like as the charts sort of finished,
See,
they
it
moved
started
away
to-
from singles. They moved to like downloads and shit. Didn't
And it
they?
moved to Sunday, didn't it?
Moved to
Didn't it?
Sunday,
And that was the
just
beginning
went-
of the end when it started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was on. I think it was originally Thursdays, but then it moved to Fridays, and then it
Sundays,
Sundays.
and it was
Yeah,
like-
it just.
Yeah.
Been done.
Well, no,
dusted.
What about the chart show? Is the chart show still running on Saturday mornings?
Chart
Do you remember
show, I
that?
think
Chart
it
show,
finished
no,
a year
finished-
before,
love
if
Chart
not
show.
a year before that.
The
yeah.
vault.
Yeah,
Do you remember we used to go into the video vault?
Video
vault.
vault. Always the
Yeah.
bangles.
Yeah.
Always the bangles.
It's
from
also
the video
with
vault.
the really shit graphics from like the Amiga or the Atari
Yes.
ST.
Yeah.
It's on that roller coaster. They
That's
used to
right.
Do,
Yeah.
And things like you.
Everything was neon.
Yeah, it
All
was
ghastly.
poor, wasn't it?
Yeah, really ghastly. I'm not sure if there was anything else major. Like Dancing on Ice, I think, started, which is just
Yeah, that was. With that was
kind
that
of, lots
Phil and
lots
Holly,
of
was that?
reality sort of
Right.
shit started. And then, do you remember on Celebrity Big Brother, Chantel went in, like a total unknown.
Oh yeah, and she
Right,
had to
yeah.
pretend she was in a
She was
girl
up to
band or
7%.
something.
And
She?
she ended up winning it, didn't
Yeah,
she?
the-
And then she got with Preston
Married
from
Preston from
yeah.
The Ordinary
Boys.
Boys. Yeah, she's the local girl, or was the
Yeah,
local
like
girl. She's
Loughton or
Basildon, I
somewhere,
thought
wasn't she?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she's a bit
Yeah, because
Las Vegas.
the task was she had to pretend she was in a girl band or
That's
something.
right.
Didn't they?
Fool
Yeah.
them, stay in, and
Yeah.
then off she went. But yeah, she ended up winning it. So good on her.
I mean, you're good. The chances are you're going to though. On a celebrity one, aren't you? If you've got given a task like that, and then people are going to go, "Well, she's
Buy
more
into
down
you
to
sort of
earth."
thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
So chances are, once you survive that first task, you probably are going to
It's
win
all
it.
set
Yeah.
fair, aren't you? Absolutely.
You're going to get everyone else's tits, I'm guessing. So
Too true.
Yeah.
Especially the quality of the
What
celebs that were on
did they
there.
stay together? Not. I just feel
no, I don't
like
think they did. Only a
Not
couple of
for-
years.
not
wasn't
for
it? I
too
think- I
long.
don't think they were-
okay.
Do you remember he walked off
Buzzcocks.
Yeah.
Buzzcocks, didn't
Yeah.
he? 'Cause-
I'm still just ripped in the
Absolutely.
apart.
Yeah.
I think he was ripping her apart, and he sort of stood
Yeah,
up
sorry,
for
you
her.
read from a biography,
That's
isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, that's it.
yeah.
He did, didn't he?
Hey, he's for Apple.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not having this. This is ridiculous. And he walked off.
And he was
Yeah,
like,
that's-
"Oh, come back, please."
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
just like, I'm only joking.
I think that might happen 2007 or something. So
Yeah.
we might touch on
Yes.
it in the next episode or something. But yeah, any more for telly? From
Nah,
No,
it's
no,
me
all
done.
good, mate.
It was a bit of a quiet year, wasn't it? Weirdly,
Yeah.
I would say other ones,
Yeah,
sort
nothing
of loads and
screams
loads of
out.
launches, but yeah, a few good ones.
No,
but
although Life on Mars was very good. I did the when that came, that was
was that
different.
the first one, and then it went to Ashes to Ashes? Was
Yeah.
that okay. Yeah,
It was just saying completely different, wasn't
yeah,
it? And it was actually
flashbacks
quite good.
and
Yeah.
yeah. A few good things, but more of the same, really, wasn't it?
Out for the
Phil's audio diary. Morning blankers. It's 11:12 a.m. Sunday the 15th of January. Went out with the boys last night. As I said, it was me, Del, Jim, and Gav. And yeah, it was a good night. Went for curry. That was good. Had a good food there, and then we headed down to the Crafty Cask, a little favourite of ours. Yeah, and that was a good night. We had a few beers. Tried to go to another pub afterwards, but they were closing up because I don't know why, it all seemed a bit funny. I think there was some naughty little deeds going on in the pub, so they were closing early. So we headed round to Jim's house. That was good. Had a few little drinks there. Got a bit noisy actually. We got told off, but we were a bit loud. But it was quite amusing. I thought about that this morning. It made me laugh because Jim tried to make the excuse that it was because they didn't have a door in the hallway that made it loud, not the fact that we was all being quite loud ourselves. So that was, yeah, I thought back to that. It was quite funny the way he tried to worm his way out with that little excuse. But anyway, so yeah, we should apologise to Jenny there. We did keep him up. So yeah, apologies for that. Officially, an official apology here on the pod. Yeah, so, okay. Blankers, you stay safe. I'll probably speak to you tomorrow. Bye. Shh. Phil's audio diary.
There we go. Let's leave the small screen behind, and should we do Should we do the big screen?
Boy.
We go straight for it.
Yeah, why
Are we
not?
bloody gonna?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
why
let's
not?
do films then. So you know the rules by now. I shouldn't have to explain it, but I'm gonna because we're a bit old and we forget. So we're on a 3, a 2, and then a 1, and then we can go through some honourable mentions. Let's talk to Mr. Philip Reynolds first about his films.
Yeah, this is good year.
I liked this year.
This is
I
a good
was
year.
quite.
Lot of
I
honourable
liked going
mentions.
through this. Yeah.
And I managed to watch all my top 3s actually. Again, I watched about
You
5
are
films
all
from
about
this
the
year.
research. All about the research. I love it.
Just I've watched them. This is the kind of period where I watched them, and I haven't watched them since, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I can't really remember much about them. So my number 3,
Okay.
which I watched today,
Fresh.
Pan's Labyrinth. So yeah,
Oh, right.
I watched that.
Okay.
I watched that again. I thought that still a brilliant film visually. It's amazing, such a good film. But it wasn't as good as what I remember it being. I remember.
I could never get into it.
Oh no, it's great. It's really dark, really violent.
You just want to turn up the contrast on your telly.
Yeah, but it's a really like fantasy. It's a really dark
I've never
fairy
seen it.
tale.
I mean,
it's all,
this will
set-
come as a surprise, chaps. I haven't seen this film.
It's a Spanish film. And it's set in just after the Civil War.
Okay.
And it's about the war's just been over, and then they go to this little girl and mum go to this house where the captain of the army is. He's a nasty bastard. He's kind of looking after him. They got the guerrillas are up in the mountains trying to get down to him, and but this girl finds this labyrinth, and he gives her she's given tasks to do.
Okay.
To go and have an immortal life. It's all like that, but it's really like dark, and it's got loads of
So you say it's set
fairy
in,
tale.
Do you say it's set in Spain or it's a Spanish film?
It's set in Spain and it's a Spanish film, both.
So who's the main protagonists within the film? Anyone?
Fernando Torres.
What do you mean,
Fernando
actor?
Torres, yeah.
Actor.
Is it
Gerard
all
Piqué.
unknowns or is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh right, okay, okay.
No,
No one to hang it off.
no, it's
okay.
Guillermo del Toro film.
Right, okay,
So he's
yeah,
the
yeah.
director. Obviously, now is big with Hellboys and all of that, and Shape of
Which
Water.
is like that Pinocchio thing as well.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it?
So
Okay.
obviously he's gone on to big things, but I mean, I remember watching it, and it is something completely different, and the effects are that amazing as you'd expect. So yeah, worth a watch. That's good.
Interesting.
My number 2 was a film I watched the other week, and the opposite. When it first come out, I wasn't that. I was okay, it's all right, yeah, usual. And I watched it again, and
This is a
I
grower.
was really like, wow, I don't remember it being this good.
Yeah.
This could easily be my number 1, and that's the Departed.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Oh,
that's,
with
that's in my
Well,
honourables.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And Leonardo
DiCaprio. He's got Mark Wahlberg, Matt
Yeah.
Damon, Alec Baldwin,
It's a fair old cast.
Martin
isn't it?
Sheen.
Yeah.
It's like Ray Winston's in it.
Yeah, I forgot that, yeah.
But it's a great film. Again, it's there's a rat from the gangsters in the police. There's a police.
That's
there's
right,
a rat
yeah.
in the gangster.
Oh, okay.
And so it's all trying to find out. It's all cat and mouse, and it's a brilliant film. It's like back and forth, and you're like, you don't know who you're trusting. Like who
Nice.
and Jack
They'll
Nicholson
keep you
does. He's
guessing.
the main gangster bloke. He doesn't know who to trust. And I must admit, Mark Wahlberg in this film is brilliant. He's got all the best lines. I don't really like Mark Wahlberg as an actor, but I'll watch it again.
No.
He's got all the best lines, and he's really good in it.
Lands on his feet on that.
I'll have to watch it again because that's the only reason why it's not in. I loved it at the time, but that's the reason why it's not in.
I remember
'cause I
liking
didn't get
it.
around to watching.
I remember liking it, but when I watched it again, I appreciated it much more. I was like, wow, yeah, really good film.
Where is it? Was it on? Is it on any of the platforms?
I think it might be on Netflix.
Is it on Netflix?
actually. I think
Oh,
it might
okay.
be, yeah.
I'll give it a watch.
Because it's obviously it's a film that's originally in Hong Kong. I think it's called Infernal Affairs.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's a remake, but I don't think Scorsese watched the original until he'd finished it.
You like an Asian remake, don't you? Yeah. you're a good fan of
Well, I don't.
Well,
not
no, you
old-
don't like the remakes, but
But my number one
almost got nasty then.
is my number
Didn't they?
one
felt violated.
was Little Miss Sunshine.
Yeah.
Ah, that's my
It's mine as well.
We all
It's
agree.
It's just I won't go on about it. It's such a
we might as well,
We're all
'cause we
together.
can all
so,
tune
yeah,
in.
it's
let's
just
do
such
it.
a lovely film, and it's
beautiful.
one of them feel good films you watch. It's like, oh wow, it's great, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect when I watched it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was that weird,
Yeah.
not indie vibe, but it's that
did you
small
watch it
thing.
when it was first?
Yes,
Oh, okay,
I did, and it sort of stuck with me. I always remember it being a very, very
Yeah, I
sweet
love-
thing, but just the the cast is great, isn't it?
Cast
Yeah,
is great,
it's brilliant. It's
but
just
just
a
the
great-
characters they all are as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's such a dysfunctional, but they
Functional
all
But yeah,
But they all
kind of
unite
come together,
don't
don't they? Yeah.
all to support
And the granddad.
little
And the
girl
granddad
going
as
to
well.
to the Little Miss Sunshine
Yeah,
pageant.
kind of, and a road trip movie as well.
yeah.
Absolutely.
it's like,
ridiculous, isn't it?
There's
Yeah,
one.
it's a great film, isn't it?
The one quote in it, which your granddad says, that I actually absolutely loved. Actually, he says it to the girl. Is going, do you know what a loser is? A real loser is someone who's so afraid of not winning that they don't even try. And I love that.
That was what it was.
Yeah.
It was all about like overcoming like the
Yeah,
prejudices
it's
and stuff, and just
Yeah, because they
going
just
for your
go,
dreams and stuff.
they
isn't
go
it?
to
Yes.
kind of shut her up, but the granddad's actually like,
Yeah, this is happening.
he's doing the auditions
Yeah.
with her, and he's like,
You realise-
and you don't actually ever, you see little bits of the audition without seeing it, and obviously then
Yes.
the reveal is at the end when
I
the
love
actual,
it, yeah.
and then it's just such a stupid, like the music and the way she
It's
dances,
preposterous, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
absolutely
it's
preposterous. But it's brilliant.
Such a good.
It just it sort of it helps you keep things in perspective, essentially. Doesn't
Yeah,
it?
but-
It's just
Yeah,
that
yeah.
whole,
But it also shows you
the
that,
pressures on life is just insane.
yeah,
So just
but that world is so fucked up.
Yeah.
That pageant world. That's so mad.
I mean,
Like,
you think about
way-
all the reality shows you see of that kind of
Yeah,
little
so-
the go-go juice and like
Yeah.
hyping
Yeah.
kids up and shit. It's like just shot
Why
right
would you
to
want-
it. It's
yeah.
like no way is that kid going into
That's
that.
brilliant when they all jump on stage.
Yeah.
And start doing
Yeah.
the dancing.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the dad he's a bit of a, he's probably the least likable character out of
Yes.
all of it. He's because
Yeah,
he's trying to
that's
get that
Rick
business
Kinnear's
deal
thing,
all the
isn't
way,
it?
isn't
Yeah,
he? And
yeah.
it never happens. But then his dad dies, and he kind of he
Brings
wakes
it
up a
all.
little, and then
Yeah.
but even at the end, he's like just gets on with
gets
it.
into
Yeah.
That's why they
Yeah.
take the body out of the hospital.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And you got Paul Dano in it who plays the brother. Is it Paul Dano? He's
Yes.
brilliant. He is.
Yeah.
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 oh, he doesn't speak.
He's just
Yeah, he
yeah.
finds out when he finds out he's colourblind in as well,
Yeah.
so he wants to be a pilot, doesn't he? Or
That's right,
something?
yeah.
That's right.
And then Steve Carell tells him he
Carell's-
can't, does he? He goes, "You're
Yeah.
you're
Yeah, but-
colourblind, you can't."
But even Steve Carell, he just plays his role so subtle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of rare for a Steve Carell performance.
That's
isn't it?
great.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
just, yeah.
Really, 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 really lovely film.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? He's just one of them feel good ones. We just like I could watch. You could watch it any time, and yeah,
Yeah.
And it's one of the films it's so non-offensive. You couldn't understand how anyone wouldn't like it. You'd be like,
Yeah.
how can you not like this film? It's
Yeah, there's offensive bits in it. Obviously, like the grandpa is the most kind of offensive.
Yeah,
in the,
cool.
the way
Yeah,
it's
but
made.
even
But
that's
it's
in an
not-
innocent-
it's done nicely. Yeah,
Yeah.
and always sort of defensive of
Yeah.
family and whatever.
yeah, it's a great film. So yeah,
Great
my
decision.
three.
That is, it's one of the few times we've all agreed.
Yeah, I don't think we have on a film yet. We have on an
not?
album. We did Automatic, all
Yeah,
three of us,
exactly.
but I don't think we have.
Wow, this is-
I think we've done like 3-2-1s, 2-2-1s.
Yeah, you're
but
right. I think
don't
me and
think
you
we've done.
more have agreed, Del, but
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
not.
exactly.
Phil.
Yeah, I don't think we've done 3 films together. I think that might be our first
Wow.
of the films.
Well, high fives all round.
Yeah.
Well played.
It's good.
Right, well, let's move from your 3 then, Reynolds, to well, we know one of yours, Del.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
how's your 3 and your 2 looking?
Well, my number 3 is you're talking about offensive stuff.
Oh, here it comes.
I think. Well, you might not. You might know where I'm going. Is Borat.
Oh, okay.
It just is. I was struggling a bit with number 3, but I just think out of all of them, when it just come on, it was cringy, but it was funny. It was unlike like a film I'd seen before. It was kind
Yeah.
of pieced together. It was obviously little sketches, but there was a actual sort of like journey to it, an actual script, and
Yeah.
just some of the things like anything from like the bear. Just
it's
sort of
just
in the ice
insane.
cream van to
Yeah,
like
yeah, I
him,
remember
him
bits of
singing
it.
the
It's
national
just-
anthem at the rodeo
It's
all
just mad.
in Kazakhstan.
that naked wrestle with
the
the
naked
bloke,
wrestle, yeah,
How
just
was-
like
I mean, it was bonkers, and
How he
I
doesn't get
loved
beaten
it. I
is
loved it. When it
insanity.
I think the only reason I didn't, I just don't know if it stands the test of time.
Well, that's
I don't think I could watch
I
it
don't-
again. Or
I haven't watched the second
know.
one.
Yeah,
Nah,
I don't.
I didn't even bother with that one. I
What
couldn't.
Bruno?
No. So the
yeah,
the
the
latest
second one, isn't it?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, no, I wouldn't bother with that. So yeah, that's my number 3. Again, like really funny bits in it.
It's a well,
bit
we
where-
mentioned-
even
we
on the
mentioned
tube.
Marmite, didn't we? It's a proper.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, Marmite film. Yeah, it
I
could.
know
like,
my missus would be like, "There's no way I'm watching."
well, again,
it. It
like
just
where he's
doesn't
really offending
work
like
for her.
people about like the things he's saying about women, and even the Jew. Well, he's Jewish himself, isn't he? But the
Yeah.
things he says about the Jew, like when he sings the song,
Throw the
and
Jew
throw
down the
Jew
well.
down the
It's
well,
just
it's
mad,
like
isn't
that.
it?
And like it's just
How
the
he gets
way.
away with it.
Well, and also he gets the whole crowd to sing along with him, doesn't
Yeah.
it? And then it's
Yeah.
like showing certain sort of
yeah.
areas of America.
shining a light.
Yeah, it's
against
kind of
it.
it's a bit naughty, really, because he's getting them to play to his
Yeah,
tune.
but he knows that they're gonna.
Go-
As well,
yeah,
which
he
is-
does.
Which is
So-
mental.
Yeah, that, and also the other little silly things like when he's got the chickens in the suitcase on the tube, and the chickens are just like flying around.
It's carnage, isn't it? It's all it is.
Anything from that to drinking toilet will wave in his face and just starts just like that. Anyway, number 2, I watched this first time. I don't know if I missed it or I just didn't think it was that great, but it's another really good feel-good movie. It's not always my cup of tea, but it was The Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith.
Oh yeah.
I just thought it was a great uplifting tale about basically if you stick to something that you believe in and you stick with it long enough, you'll get your rewards. Basically, you can achieve anything. And I kind of liked it, and it was actually based on a real story. So it was, some of the bits were like heartbreaking, and it's
him and his son, isn't it?
Him and his son, but it's a role that he plays where he's not being brash, he's not being cocky, and some people like him in them sort of roles, but he's not always my cup of tea. But in that, I liked him. That's my number 2, and you know my number 1. So there you go, Jimmy. It's over to you.
Lovely. Well, I go a slightly different route again, but I end up at the same final destination with my number 1, as we know. So number 3, I've gone with Will Ferrell stupidity in the guise of Talladega Nights.
Oh no!
The Legend of Ricky Bobby.
I would have had that. Oh, okay.
If you ain't first, you're last. I mean, it's more of the same from the guy who was on a bit of a roll, wasn't he? Back then?
No, 100%.
But it was John C. Reilly as well, who's in it as his kind of shake and bake mate. It's just loads of quotable shit.
Wasn't the is it Blades of Glory? Was that this year as well?
Blades of Glory is another year.
Is it?
It's
okay.
It's later.
Yeah,
it is later, but obviously you got you mentioned Borat, and obviously you've got Sacha Baron Cohen, who's the French guy.
It says about crepes.
It's all about the crazy. Yeah, just say you like them. He's like, I like pancakes.
Oh yeah.
And then like, I will break your arm.
Yeah,
and it's just really stupid.
Yeah, it's great. It is a great film.
And then the whole disrespectful grandkids talking to their grandpa is like, I will break your arm, old man. It's just really fucking stupid. And the sponsorship deals that he does to make the money, and it's all of it's improvised, and you know for what he's just talking absolute nonsense half the time, but it just really makes
Is Adam McKay? Does Adam McKay do that one for
I think so, yeah.
It's the only bit in that I really remember incredibly is that he has a head trauma and he thinks he's on fire, and he's kind of rolling around, and he's trying to put the fire out. Jesus, help me, Jewish God, help me, Tom Cruise.
Oh, Tom.
It's just utter nonsense. Or like sticking a fork in his leg to prove that he's crippled when everyone knows he's not. And the pain's so great that he uses another fork to lever the first fork out. And he's got 2 forks in his leg. It's stupid. It's very funny. It makes me laugh. So that's number 3.
I love it.
And number 2, I went with Cars, the Pixar.
Okay. Was that then? Was it? Oh, okay.
28th of July, yeah. I really
never
did.
get into that one.
It was just like all the backgrounds and the scenery and everything made up of. It's just very, very clever.
I just couldn't get into that one. I don't know why.
I tell you what, I think it's because I've watched it more with the kids than I did then, and it's like all about. It's the good message it gets across. It's like the whole winning as part of a team is better than winning on your own type thing. Sure. It's that sort of lovely thing. But yeah, it's a feel good, and it makes me smile. So that was my 2, and obviously 1 is Little Miss Sunshine.
Nice.
So any other honourable mentions?
Quite a few.
It was quite a big year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. There was a lot of.
So I've got like Departed and Borat that you guys have mentioned in your ones already. There's a few other little animated ones. It was Flushed Away. I don't know if you guys.
I remember that. It was Hugh Jackman
about the rats and stuff. I really like that. It just makes me so Happy Feet and Chicken Little were also in there as well.
Yeah, of course.
Not for everyone, but it's a little bit for the kids.
Do you know, I never knew this till probably a couple of years ago, but it still made me like go. Do you know the director of Happy Feet was I can't remember his name, George, but he's the director who done Mad Max.
He's got some range.
George, what's his name? George. I can't think what his name is now.
I don't know.
But
George Lucas.
Yeah. But yeah, he's done all the Mad Max films. They've done Happy Feet.
Turned into Dancing Penguins. Amazing.
Brilliant.
Touche. What else made your nearly list then, Dale?
I had Night at the Museum. That could have easily gone in.
Yeah.
I like that. It was a good fun film. Again, every time it's on, I watch it. I'd say about it, I just didn't love. There's a lot of K ones. They're good, but just Stranger Than Fiction. It was a serious one with Will Ferrell.
Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson
is
she's. Is she his conscience? I can't remember. Or she
I
writes.
think so. It was kind of like his Truman Show, wasn't it? It was kind of like that. He was trying to be, trying to be a bit serious, but it was quite.
It was watchable. It wasn't brilliant.
He was going for the awards with that one, was he?
Yeah, I think he was. It was kind of like trying to do what Carey did to go from. And then I think he kind of just went back to
chaos.
I watched this the other day, but because I'm not really into politics and that, I was a bit. It's a good film, but. The Good Shepherd, it was kind of like it's about basically the corruptness of the CIA and a guy who gets involved in it, who then sort of realises he's deep in it. There's like a cult thing, like a Masons type thing that's all linking them all together, a brotherhood that he gets himself so far into that he can't really go back to. He isn't too deep. Yeah,
that's a De Niro film, isn't it?
He directs it. Yeah, he doesn't write it, but yeah.
Angelina Jolie is in that, isn't she?
Yeah, it's a big cast. Yeah. Alec Baldwin's in it. Obviously Damon.
Touchy subject, don't talk about it.
Yes, it is. But he is. I can't deny that. William Hurt's in it. There's loads of people in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, even Eddie Redmayne, a young Eddie Redmayne's in it.
See?
Yeah, he plays his son.
He must be very young in that,
Yeah, he is really, So, and the other one, Blood Diamond, I watched today as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great film, but it's a once-off film.
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't watch that again and again. You don't return to that one.
It's a great film, and it opens your eyes to what's happening. But really...
absolutely. In the same way that Jackass Number 2 also does, I find.
Yes. Oh, mate, brilliant.
Yeah, that really does open your eyes.
I'll watch them.
It's so easy just to start moving wallpaper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Essentially. But yeah, because I think there was that, and then the MTV boys did like Dirty Sanchez as well.
Dirty Sanchez, yes.
They started doing that.
Is that the one? Is it Jackass 2 where he has his arse as a mountain and there's a train going round?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the volcano. That
my God. That's I'm yakking on the dry retching or whatever.
Yeah, you don't want to watch that on the tube.
No, not really.
Any more from you, Mr.
I've got
Reynolds?
loads.
Go on, hit us with me, because I've got quite a few on here as well, but I'm not sure if they'll clash.
So I've got The Prestige, which we've spoken about before. I think people
your favourite video shop?
Yeah, but that's a Christopher Nolan film, isn't it? About the magicians. That's a good film. Yeah. Casino Royale, obviously it's the birth of Bond again. And
I was going to say it's the first
Daniel Craig,
Craig's, wasn't it?
The start of his one, and that obviously kicked it all off again. It was a completely different Bond no one had seen before, and he was violent. He was
It's a little bit hefty, isn't it?
Yeah, so
it's a bit damaged, wasn't it?
that was good. Yeah, he had. He was a bit damaged, vulnerable, wasn't he?
So, something about him.
Done Children and Men we've spoken about as well before. That was I watched that again. It wasn't as good as I remember actually. So
didn't get a chance to rewatch it, but I'm not too fussed.
Yeah, Superman Returns.
Oh, okay.
That was all right. It's okay. Lovely. I remember this film. I remember quite enjoying this. Smoking Aces. I don't know if you remember that. That's a good, fun film. It's just all these hitmen in and all these assassins. I can't remember why. I haven't seen it again. I did want to watch it again because I remember just thinking it was a good, fun film. And I think it's got who's the singer, the pianist?
Elton John.
John Legend.
Who sang
Harry Connick Jr.
The Concrete, New York.
Alicia Keys.
I think she's in it. I'm sure she's in it, actually, if I remember rightly.
Who's the one who played Ori from Entourage? Isn't it Jeremy Piven?
Yeah. I think Ryan Reynolds might be in it or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I think he's got loads of people. It's really good, like a good fun film, and then going from fun to actually quite depressing, which is a really good film. Actually, is This Is England.
Oh
it was on there, but I mean that is hard to watch.
That takes a watch.
I mean, but Stephen Graham,
he's amazing.
I mean, that final scene where. It's still one of the best scenes, but it's one of them scenes where you just like shut the fuck up, and that bloke's talking, and you know what he's just going to beat the crap out of him. And you're thinking, shut up, and it's just so raw the way he just beats him up. Yeah, it's just. But he's acting in that is superb.
Yeah,
Rocky Balboa.
Oh yeah,
Rocky Balboa coming back again.
Not as superb.
Yeah, but it's still good.
Yeah.
Another film, another little good indie film, Half Nelson. I liked that. It was like Ryan Gosling. He plays a teacher who's like a drug addict, and he gets caught in the toilets by one of his students. It's quite good. It's not just a nice little indie film. That's good. And then you got obviously the craze this year was the Twin Towers, wasn't it? You had United 93, and then you had World Trade Center as well.
Yeah.
Which
I didn't watch it.
No, I think I've watched World Trade Center. I can't watch the United 93. I don't know. It's a bit too. Yeah.
No, I can't.
Yeah. Icky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, that's it. That's
Lovely
Oh no, and I have to mention. We talked about Stephen Graham's performance this year, but I think there was a better actor this year. It was Basic Instinct 2, and of course was Stan Collymore.
Oh, God,
Who did outshine.
How in the name of sweet Jesus was he in that film?
Who did outshine Stephen Graham.
Didn't he think at one point he was going to be like the new Bond?
So.
Didn't he start putting his hat in the ring for like, I could definitely do this?
Yeah, it was the stage, wasn't it? Because Thingy did it obviously with Lockstock, old Vinnie Jones, and then I think there was
Basically, we're
Yeah, but he dies in like the first scene, isn't it?
footballer.
Does he?
Yeah, I think he's driving in the car with him, and
he gets
goes into a
done.
ditch or something.
Next. Thanks, Stan. All the best. All right, thanks. Have a good
Are they
time.
both in it? Is it Douglas and Stone?
No, it's a David Morris.
Yeah, Morrison. Yeah.
Okay.
Morrison. Yeah.
Stephen Morrison.
Yeah. I thought
Morrison.
I have to bring that up because it was a brilliant performance by
It
him.
really was. It set the world. How he didn't criminally overlooked in the
Yeah.
Oscars. Let's put it that way. Wow. Yeah, decent year for film. Decent year.
Out for the
Phil's audio diary. Hi, Blankers. It's 21st of January. This is my second recording of the day. Actually, I did do one earlier whilst I was walking the dog. But on hearing it back, the audio was terrible. You can just hear the wind gustling. I don't know if gustling's a word, I just made that up. But you couldn't really hear me very well. And then about halfway through the walk as well, stupid dog decided to yank me across the road as I saw another dog. So yeah, you probably just heard me like being dragged across the road, which you'd have probably found amusing. But anyway, I thought I'd best do another one, another recording for you. So yeah, that was my morning so far. Yeah, I'll speak to you later, Blankers. Shh. Phil's audio diary.
Shall we see if music's any better?
Yeah, it's not, but yeah.
Okay. Well, in that case, we're going to flick from you, Mr. Reynolds, to you, Mr. Dello. 3, 2, 1s, and then honourable.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll disagree with Phil. I actually think this is a decent year.
I don't mind this year, but yeah.
Even so, that I actually struggle to get a. Oh, well, I got my top three, but I had a late one actually today, which I'd like to have a joint.
We like a
top
possible
three.
late entry.
But
Yeah, I've literally written toss up between 3 for number 3.
Oh, okay.
Wonder if these.
I was lucky to get
You
a
allow
free.
me to have a joint three, or
Well,
do you want
let's
me to
see
go?
what you get, because I might go the opposite way, and then we can cover it, can't we?
Oh, okay.
Go on, hit us with your true number 3.
My true number 3 was Belle and Sebastian, The Life Pursuit.
Oh,
Another.
that did not come up in my list whatsoever.
Yeah, I loved it because Belle and Sebastian are notoriously quite down, somber, and that. But this is the album where it's like it was all up songs. Well, not all up songs, but very up songs. So the majority of the songs are quite up. There's like Another Sunny Day, A Price of the Cup of Tea, Funny Little Frog, To Be Myself Completely, and it keeps on going on. But it's a very it's a lovely little album, and it's sort of, again, there's only probably about 2 or 3 that I don't really like. So that's my number. Well, that was my original 3.
Okay.
Number 2 is The Kooks, Inside In, The Inside Out.
Cheeky.
Sofa song, Eddie's Gun, Oola, You Don't Love Me, She Moves in Her Own Way, Naive, I Want You, Jackie Big Tits. There's
loads of it, isn't there?
Again, I can just play this album pretty much. Again, the odd song that I'm not too keen on, but yeah, it's pretty
given
much.
it's a debut album,
Debut
it
album.
was impressive, wasn't
Again,
it?
they're very.
Because they were the ones that came from like school, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So they were like looked down upon and
but they
were very
were
snooty and stuff. But what they wrote was good.
Yeah,
and
it's
what they
pretty
performed
good.
was good.
And even their other albums were okay. This was obviously the big one.
The best one, wasn't it?
I thought the other albums were okay. But this, my number one, is again, I think it's up there with like all-time debut albums of all time. Social commentary, talking earlier about sort of actually having a story through from beginning. These Arctic Monkeys, whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. I just think it's it's great social commentary. Again, there's not a lot of bands around and not a lot of artists around that do that, but I think these do. This was the only album I ever really liked of theirs. Well, I love this album, but the rest of theirs I just could not get into after this.
Yeah.
But great songs. Bet You Look Good on the Dance Floor, When the Sun Goes Down, Mardy Bum, Certain Romance, Ritz the Rumble, Dancing Shoes, Red Light Indicator, and Riot Van. There's loads of others, but it's again, I can pretty much play this from song to song. Lovely. That's it. All good.
So I never got into the Monkeys.
Again, I could see why. There was a lot of hype around it.
It really did come out with a lot of like bells and whistles around it, didn't it?
Debut song, debut album since
Maybe
Definitely Maybe.
Put me off.
They put that up with Definitely Maybe and Stone Roses. So it's a lot. But
I think you mentioned this was the year YouTube. Wasn't this like the most played thing on YouTube at the time? Because I think it was one of them songs that was big before anyone had heard it.
Yeah.
So
I think I might have got the shutters up at that point.
I think I was already defensive. But I've never really got into Arctic Monkeys anyway.
No, just things on like talking about fights at cab ranks and prostitutes and sleazy guys.
Do you know what it is? There's a lot of that kind of talk of that because in sort of years to come as well, that you've got things like Jamie T and those kind of bit commentatory in the same way that like the Streets was. And so it's all of that. It's very real and it's very of the age we were as well.
You had it with Kaiser Chiefs as well, with like Predict a Riot. It's all about like drunken nights.
Yeah, you listen back and that could have quite easily been around in the 90s. It could have. It's the last of them sort of albums, like you say, it's dated because the things now going from pubs to clubs and stuff like that. Bouncers being aggressive. That's.
Yeah, it was almost like a dying.
Yeah, sort of. That's but it spoke of the small town working class, and I kind of liked it. So that's why I connected with it.
Beautiful.
There you go.
Can't argue. Mr. Reynolds.
Yeah, so I struggled.
Do any of those make your
I think
list?
it's becoming a theme. I'm really struggling for music in this decade.
Turns out you were just listening to like you were probably listening to nursery rhymes and stuff, wouldn't you, to get the kids to sleep and stuff.
I did struggle, so I've really scraped the barrel here.
Okay, let's see what's underneath your fingernails at number 3 then.
Well, number 3, I haven't even heard this album for a few years, but I probably wouldn't again, but so this is how bad. So I've went Sam's Town, The Killers.
Okay.
And see, Hot Fuss didn't make mine. I think this is although it hasn't got as good songs on it, it's a more balanced album. So I think my problem with Hot Fuzz was always top heavy. Yeah. And then the last 5 songs,
4 number 10.
God awful.
Yeah, 4 10 out of 10s and the rest were dog shit. Whereas these are all like
these
9,
ones, and even the fillers are okay. They're quite good.
Yeah.
They're not like the first album where they were really bad. So but again, I haven't heard this album for a few years. I don't ever really fancy going back to it.
Oh, not really?
Oh, boy. That is praise indeed. What's coming in at number 2 then, Phil?
Well, number 2, I was talking about this one earlier. So this is a band I never even knew existed then, and I've only got into them recently. Someone recommended their latest album, which has come out last year, and then I've gone through their back catalogue, and they're brilliant stuff. And actually, fortunately, they had an album out this year. So if we was going now, this would be my number 1, but I thought I'll stick to the theme of 2006. I wouldn't know them, so they're my number 2, and it's a band called Phoenix. A French band, like electro pop, indie. They're honestly, check out the new album Alpha Zulu. It's brilliant. It's like the really upbeat, well-structured songs.
Never heard of
But they've been around for years, and they've got about 10 albums. And I'm like saying, you can go through the back catalogue, and I think you'll like them.
Have they sort of changed tack and stuff, or have they stayed fairly true?
A little bit, but you would. Yeah, again, they've got a distinctive sound. But I think they're like they're kind of like I think they're level with Daft Punk, or I think they're quite friendly with Daft Punk. They've got that electro, but they're really good upbeats. And their album out this year is called "It's Never Been Like That," which is really good.
Can I have a look on Spotify?
Yeah, I think you'll like them. They are good. Like I said, if I was going here and now, I'd say it's my number one, but I thought I'd stick to the actual theme. But my number one, which I did buy at the time, I remember liking it.
Back then, Phil.
It was Muse, Black Holes, and Revelations.
I thought you might go that way.
I remember liking it at the time. Again, I haven't heard it for a while. I probably would listen to it now and again, but it's one of them. But you had like Starlight and Supermassive Black Hole, Take a Bow. I remember they being quite good songs.
Yeah.
I remember liking it at the time.
Starlight's. I like the intro for Starlight.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Yeah, again, I don't know if it's aged very well. Right. Probably not. But yeah,
cool.
Cheeky. Well, in that case, all right. I will give you. So my number 3, like I said slightly earlier, I was torn between 3. One of them was the Kooks Inside Out. Yeah. The other was Kasabian's Empire.
Okay.
Sort of flitted with that, and the other one was My Chemical Romance. Welcome to the Black Parade. Because I liked a bit of that evil, wanky stuff. Yeah. I settled with the Kooks Inside Out. So I thought it was great.
No, cool.
So we've mentioned that already. Great tunes. Good little debut album, and I didn't realise most of it was written about Katie Melua.
Oh, really?
Because that was who Luke, who was the lead singer of the Kooks, was dating at the Brit School.
Yeah.
You know, they go sing about 9 million bicycles in Beijing.
Yes, really. Of the time.
Yeah, she's sort of a singer.
He went for a couple, and who was the other girl?
For a couple.
He was absolutely smashing it back then.
Yeah, no, who was the girl from Sixth Sense that played the girl that gets poisoned? She's English, but she went to America, and then she was big in like was it the OC or something?
Oh, I know what you mean. I
remember her.
I know exactly who you mean, but I cannot for the life of me think of what her name is.
Right.
At this point, we normally expect a little shout from producer Barry, but I'm not sure even he knows who she is.
What's that? Sixth Sense.
But there we go. So that was my number 3. Let's come back to that. I think
I know where you're going.
No, it just slips. My number 2 is Razorlight by Razorlight.
Yeah.
Which,
you know what? That was
smuggled it in there. But it's their second album, no frills, nothing too fancy, just banging indie.
Yeah, no, I think it's really good. It
was just more grown up than the debut.
Yeah,
I quite enjoyed it.
A lot more catchy.
Razorlight, this was
yeah. So it's like In the Morning. There was America was on there. Before I Fall to Pieces, which I really like.
Good song,
I Can't Stop This Feeling I've Got, and Hold On, which is a decent album.
Yeah, definitely.
It's solid, a solid performance from the boys. And my number 1 is something you might not have heard of either. It was Morning Runner.
Oh, Morning Runner. Yeah, I love that.
Wilderness is Paradise Now.
Yes,
the album.
Some good songs in it.
You wouldn't know, but if I say the theme tune to The Inbetweeners, it's them.
Okay.
It was the only album they released,
really?
And it was just really, really banging. It was like, didn't set the world alight in terms of sales, but it was like critically well received and stuff.
They were quite slow.
They were like sort of piano driven in their sound.
Yes.
So they were lumped in with like Keane and that kind of a thing, Coldplay and stuff. But they were, so apparently Chris Martin, when he was writing, was it X and Y was their third album?
Yeah.
He sort of listened to the Wilderness Now album and went, actually I've got to improve what I've done because it's not as good as that.
Yeah.
So it drove him to make
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. He said he did, but he didn't. But yeah, it was an amazing album. I listened to it the other day on Spotify, and I was like, so it's called Wilderness is Paradise Now by Morning Runner. It's like Gone Up in Flames, Burning Benches, Oceans, Punching Walls, Great Escape.
Punching Walls, I like.
Yeah, really, really good songs, and they're just, it's a very nice listen.
I'll have to give that.
So
have
a little listen.
Check it out.
Nice, we've got a little bit of difference there, which is quite nice.
I forgot.
There's Olivia Williams.
I was surprised you
Olivia Williams was who you're thinking of, wasn't it?
No, it's not.
She's the one in Sixth Sense.
Going to drive me crazy. Blonde girl, Misha Barton.
Misha Barton, that's it.
Wow. It just came to me.
Good memory.
Thank you very much. She's in the OC. Honourable mentions. I mentioned My Chemical Romance, Welcome to the Black Parade, and Kasabian.
See, Razorlight, I thought I wrote that down. and then it's obviously slipped off. But
Oh, you silly socks. You can have it
I
as
have
honourable.
written it down in tiny little things, but I just didn't compare. So that would have been up with the joint free. But another one that I
There was a
really
lot
liked.
that bubbled, wasn't there?
Yeah, I really liked the Fratellis, Costa la Music.
Yes,
I thought that was a great one.
Very much down. in my,
Whistle for the Choir, obviously Chelsea Dagger. But there's another couple of, and it's quite a lively, nice sounding, upbeat
I saw them
album.
a few. Weirdly,
yeah.
me and Jen saw them a few times live. We kept seeming to like win tickets to see them.
Oh, really?
So we
Sort of
just
like
kept going to
go
see
and
the
see
same gig essentially. But yeah, they were very good little bands live as well.
Yeah, I can imagine them. Yeah, because their album's quite like that. So yeah, there's loads more, but you guys go for it.
No, I haven't gone there.
I was going to say you
struggled to
with
get
those
free.
three, so I think it's me and you basically, Dale.
Okay,
there
go
was a lot along the same sort of a line. So you had like The Feeling, Keen, Embrace,
Yes.
The Automatic.
The
were out
Automatic,
that year.
yeah, that rings a bell.
Like what's that, Coming Over the Hill?
Oh yeah, it was a monster. Yeah.
It
see all that
just
sort of
brings all
stuff.
them bands back.
But they were all of a similar.
Yeah, so I mean,
weren't
it sounded all the same to
They
me.
were
I think.
interchangeable
I was
to a certain extent, weren't they?
Yeah, you could have said that band sang that song, and that band I would have got
Yeah,
them all mixed up.
yeah.
And I'd be, oh no, that done that.
One Greatest Hits album of all of that sort of stuff. There was a lot of that kind of malarkey. The only thing that sort of broke that up was The Gossip with Stand in the Way of
Yeah.
Control with like
Yes.
this.
That was a good song.
So that was quite nice. Just something different to break that kind of thing
Yeah,
up. And
there's
then
that.
things like The Strokes and The Streets were out there doing their thing as
Yeah.
well at that time. But that's all I've really got.
Yeah, All Right Still by Lily Allen. I didn't think that was too bad.
Oh yeah. Because she sort of paved the way for Kate Nash to do her kind of thing. as well,
Yeah,
didn't she?
that sort of thing. Lady Hawk.
Oh yeah, I really like Lady Hawk.
Delirium, I really
Yeah,
like,
lovely voice.
Mystery Jets had a decent album out. Gilly Motts, I quite like Gilly Motts. They were.
Oh, now you
Now
talk.
the Guillemots, was that Brazil? Was it Trains?
Yeah,
Trains to
that's
Brazil
it,
or something?
They
Yeah,
had
I
a
quite
good
like
one.
that. They had a couple of good songs actually. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a.
and something Anna, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might be.
Yeah, I quite like that song. Actually.
Yeah, Zootons had a Tired of Hanging Around, I think it is.
yeah.
Boy Kill Boy had a decent album.
See, the Zootons and the Fratellis, that's another band. I could get them mixed up completely.
The only
well,
thing
you
that
know-
sort of marks the Zootons out that they have the sax player.
Phil,
Yeah, I
Phil,
just-
you know the Fratellis because it's every time the dance is on, like they'll do
Yeah.
Chelsea Dagger.
Yeah, no, I know
Oh,
they
okay.
do that, but what I'm saying,
okay.
the
You
band's so
wouldn't have known.
similar. Just
Yeah.
like
And the final one, really, that I liked, and I might get a kicking from you guys from, but I don't care. I've seen her live, and she's absolutely amazing.
Sharpen your boots, Phil.
He's Pink.
He
So,
loves he loves a bit of it.
Like,
He
who
claims
knew
it's Claire.
Stupid Girl? Yeah, but
He claims
mate,
it's Claire. It's definitely
I
him.
know, I did actually buy the albums. Dear Mr. President, Leave Me Alone, I'm Lonely. So they got like catchy songs. He is poppy, obviously, but yeah, I like her. So
I tell you what, I take it back. I've got one more just to throw in,
Go on.
only because they're a local outfit.
Okay.
It was Get Cape, Wear Cape, Fly.
oh
I don't know if you
yeah.
remember that, but that was the Chronicles of.
I remember
Bohemian
General
Teenager.
used to love this from Southend, isn't it? Or
Yes,
something?
I went to see him. So me and Jen went to see him at Chinnery's, and it was the weirdest thing. So it was like a full gig, but he'd had all his family there as well. So they're all standing like on the left hand side of the room, and he just kept like introducing songs and saying, "This one's for my mum." It was like being in a gig in like someone's front room. It was really
okay.
strange, but it was like 300 people in there with him. It was really good, really good. But there we go. It's only because he's local, so tip of the hat.
I remember that. Yeah,
Tip of the hat, and that's music, fellas.
He's done.
done.
Work.
Bonus.
Out for the
Phil's audio diary. Hi, Blankers. 21st of January still. We're not getting very far with these, but I've just remembered this is my third recording of the day, and on my second one, all I've done was discuss about the first one, which was walking the dog. I didn't actually tell you about the pod last night. We just finished the pod last night. That was all good. Had a special guest on. You'll probably released in a couple of weeks. So yeah, that was a good one. I haven't been in the studio for a while, so it was good to return and see the lads and get back to what we do best, podding. Anyway, it's a bit cold out, a bit cold today. Sun's out, but it's cold, and yeah, all things are well. Hope you're all doing good, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Shh. Phil's audio diary.
All right, gentlemen, let's finish off this dip into 2006 with a trip to the letters and emails. And we start with a letter from Patches McDougall from Poo York, who says, "What's the weirdest dream you've ever had?" Simple as that. Richie Dallow, I'm going to start with you, my friend. And I am regretting almost going to hell for this. Because the normal stuff.
I got two weird dreams. One is I once had a dream my dick was made out of brambles.
Brambles? Yeah.
And it was just scaring everyone I come near. Like it was a.
Did you have an STD at the time or something?
Yeah, I think so.
It hurt when I peed. It hurts when I pee.
Everyone didn't run away from me apart from on fruit picking day.
Old Slowberry Dell.
That last bit didn't count. But yeah, that was weird. And the other one, what was it? I had a dream over, like a sexual dream actually, over Charlize Theron eating Indian food. But so
I could still live with that.
Yeah, but the weirdest thing was I didn't know what I got turned on most about. Like Charlize or the samosa.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds
or barges. Ooh.
Lovely Charlize.
Barges for breasts.
Charlize Tarlies.
And a samosa vagina.
And her lovely barges.
Yes,
interesting. I was expecting slightly weirder from you, which is quite reassuring, I think. Let's go to the Captain of Weird.
I don't really remember dreams.
See, this is I was just going to say I have this kind of problem myself.
Well, have you got a recurring dream?
No, but I have a dream I always remember. It's not that weird. I just always remember it from a kid, and it was like a dragon in Benfleet flying over and stuff like that.
You said it's not weird.
It's not that weird.
But
Dragons. Straight in. Wallop.
yeah,
you're right there, Phil. Thank God we avoided the weirdness.
Every day.
Yeah, you know. There he is.
Dragon.
Flying over Kent's Hill Primary School. Dragon miss. Yeah. Keep quiet, kids.
I can't remember what the dream was. I just remember being a dragon over Benfleet and that. But yeah, that's one I remember. But yeah, I'm not
Jimmy,
one for.
I'm sort of similar in that my sleep's not great anyway, so I don't think I really get a lot of chance to dream with the 3 hours that I get. But I'm sure there's some weird stuff. There's always the thing like where you're either naked in front of people, or there's that falling off balconies and falling off. Yeah, they all mean something. I'm sure.
The flying dreams, I get that a lot. The flying dreams.
Yeah, maybe that kind of floating more so than flying, maybe. But yeah, not anything that instantly jumps to mind.
I get recent ones actually playing football. When I'm playing football again, and you know that jump, it's like someone kicks the ball at my face, and I kind of like jump and wake up.
You wake, yeah. I've had that before.
There's a lot of that startling wake up.
I had that on the C2C once. I was dozing, and I remember like jolting, like you say, because I thought it was in goal still.
Yeah,
and I got up,
involuntary
and then everyone's like staring at me like,
you
what
took
the fuck's this guy about?
3-foot dive to the left. Gets up with a hand fist. Yes!
But they're the sort of ones I kind of had when I was overtired. I'd be like, so be...
Yeah, it's more. I mean, just sleep is just a fine thing to have generally.
Like do a full-on dive, and then
can you imagine you grab someone's head?
A quick goal kick and kick him in the head.
I'm looking for a fast break, lads. Who's upfield? He's just kicking the crap out of this old man. Well, if we have any weirder ones, we can revisit that. I think that might be a one to touch back on. What else have we got? We've got something from Whitney Houston from Old Bobby's Brown Hole, who says, if possible, what changes might you make to improve the belly button? Mr. Reynolds, how would you improve the old navel? What might you do? I think I'd immediately vajazzle it, give it a bit of life.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really serve much of a purpose, does it?
Pop some sequins on, so if it's not going to do anything, it might as well look pretty.
I'd give it.
You know, fill it with
that's what
food.
I mean, Dell's obviously got a lovely little stairway to heaven.
Yeah, but I'd like
following down from his one.
You know, the actual, like as you say, the navel bit. I like it to be an arm, but a quick arm. You know, like a chameleon's tongue that just whip out.
Okay, yeah.
So, like, if you was in like a fast food restaurant and you wanted an extra,
because that's kind of like table high as well, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, that's
away.
Interesting. Yeah.
Quickly swipe a burger.
You could like as you're walking past someone's.
Well, so a big hand comes out and goes back in.
Yeah.
It's like super fast. Like
so as you walk past,
that would hurt.
Well, no, if you could design it so it was quick. Yeah.
Drips out, grabs a chip off someone else's plate and brings it back in.
I'd probably just for the size and shape of it.
Yeah.
When you haven't got no change, just little coin rolls out.
What size coin we talking?
Well, so it's just like
50p or just a
yeah,
penny?
50p or £2 coin.
little
It's gonna be
Big old belly.
no,
Yeah.
just like it will expand slightly, but
Okay.
and it will just stay there
Forces
until
out
you
of
need
£2
it.
just
Yeah.
until you need it. That's interesting. Yeah,
think
quite
we'll
like
do
that. So, do you have a man that comes round like every week to refill the?
No, it's
coins?
like that.
It's endless.
Yeah.
It's
Just have to go up the
Yeah.
scientifically, my body produces
£2 coins.
yeah or 50p, whatever it is. Yeah.
Can
Well, you might as well
anyone
go for
else
£2.
dispense from you?
Nah.
Oh, hello. I think that's the patent office
No,
waiting.
no,
to
only me.
Only you can
It's little
dispense.
secret little things. So.
Just like loads of like strangers, like people just piercing your
Yeah.
belly button.
That's the
catching
reason.
£2 coins.
That's the reason it can't be like that.
Like that. Interesting. So whip me if you've got anything that you'd like to suggest. We'd be loving to hear back from you. Moving on, we've got something from Joan of the Jungle asking, would you rather sleep in Brad's pit or live on Tom's cruise? Fair question. I think I'm a Tom man all the way. Love the idea of a cruise. That
Yeah.
said, Tom is a bit full on, so he can't be.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It'd do
He can't be
your head in.
Tom Cruise of Oprah Winfrey interview fame.
Yeah,
it's got to be a little
that's-
bit more.
That's got to be because you think staying in Brad's pit would be horrible, but I don't think it's going to be
Depends
a
if
night.
he's quite
I think
chilled.
Brad's kicking you out the next morning. I think.
Oh yeah, he's very
Yeah.
much a lover man.
Well, take the personnel out of the question. It's would you stay on a pit or just stay on a cruise? Cruise all day long.
I love having 16
Cruise.
decks and four swimming
Like a
pools.
Scientology cruise, Phil.
Oh,
well, if we're nuts, we don't know it, do we?
I'll
Just
level
like-
with you,
Yeah.
Del. If there's free sandwiches on,
You're
I'll listen to some Scientology shit. I mean, I won't believe in it, but I'll still eat the
You
sandwiches.
probably heard a weirder shit on this one.
Well, quite.
Pardon?
Quite so. What about you then, Mr. D? What way you plopping?
It would be Brad's pit. I
You'd
mean,
live in Brad's pit?
Well, you don't know. I mean, this is a Hollywood A-listers pit. It's not just anyone's pit, is it?
Very true.
And
Very
I feel
true.
like you could go down there. Could be even the.
Do you think it's been
down.
well kept then?
well
Is that
kept
what you're
pit?
suggesting?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think he's he like regularly sort of
Bleaches it.
and rakes it.
He rakes it
regularly rakes
like it's a golf bunker. How tangled is
perfect.
Brad's pit? Oh, it's a
It's
fucking
very
shocker.
tangled.
He hasn't had the rakist in for a week.
You get past them, and then
Tatters.
it's a dream.
Absolute tatters. Maybe that's why Angelina left him. Couldn't afford the raking. Couldn't afford the raking fees.
Didn't like the raking.
There we go. All right, I've got a couple more left for you. This one is specifically for Mr. Reynolds.
Oh yeah.
Billericay Hatton of Shed Weekly wants you to do a convincing fake cry because he hears you're the actor of the group.
For a convincing fake cry.
Convincing fake cry.
Oh, probably a silent one then, wouldn't it? So you just see.
Oh no, like
it's not visual.
This is like a full sobbing.
Yeah, go on.
Sobbing.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't
Pretend,
sob.
I'll give you a scenario.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, make him really.
Pip Whitehouse.
Let me get into it then.
Pip Whitehouse has literally. He's gone into the studio expecting to get that second album.
Okay, and I've been told I haven't got it.
No.
Okay. So.
Oh, don't stop there.
It was emotional. I won't lie. I mean, obviously, this is not a visual thing, but Jesus, guys, I'm welling up here.
Yeah, I should have actually filmed that.
I mean, I do think about going, we should film this, but it's moments like that where I think I'm glad we fucking done it.
Okay, so last dip into the bag, chaps, and then we'll wrap this one up. Buck Todgers from Bendy Avenue asks, "What's the best made-up rumour that you've ever heard about someone?" So that could be that we know, or in
Yeah, I
the
suppose
celeb eye, or whatnot. But the best rumour that turns out to be false.
False, yeah.
I presume.
The only one I can read recently was the one Dell told us about cutting off that woman's hands. Do you remember this? You said someone made up a rumour about you.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah, the Haggy.
Yeah.
Because I think it was. I've been watching Blood Diamond today, and in there they cut off people's hands. So when you're saying that, I just had the image of like
Leonardo
the
DiCaprio
whole
cut off
fans,
three
literally
people's
a big
hands.
group of people with machetes just going, yeah, Haggies, yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
Oh, that owned the shop
yeah.
down by the station
Yeah, the
or
one that-
something.
yeah,
yeah.
Tasty.
I don't really
Yeah,
think
they told me.
I don't know.
That's
I can't
right.
think
Oh,
of any.
yeah.
Or Noz told me, but I think one of Kate's friends, I was
That's
saying
right,
like someone
yeah.
named there.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that was
nice
quite
little
bizarre.
recall one as well.
That one, obviously, the gear one is.
Yeah, I was
but-
going to say
but
the
it-
Richard
but it
Gere one is
hasn't
the one that's
been-
obvious. It hasn't been
hasn't
disproven.
been- yeah.
So for now, we
Well, the
think it
other
still
one is the
might
one I
have
mentioned
truth
on
in
the
it.
text the other day about Mrs. Hilliard.
Oh, ex-teacher of ours. Yeah.
Ex-Hilliard.
Very much
Yeah.
sexually
remember that
active
rumour?
teacher.
I
I
don't
don't remember that rumour whatsoever.
Yeah.
No, but
basically the rumour, listeners, was that she wanked off to pupils in detention. So that's sort of obviously, it's just the fact of it's
Yeah.
two, then
Yeah,
you think
absolutely.
skiing and the fact of like,
well, the fact that the following week
Yeah.
detention was absolutely rammed, wasn't it? Queuing up outside for detention.
well, it's just like the fact of a teacher would risk her job. Not
Absolutely,
just
for
one.
14-year-old boys.
With no sexual gain for herself.
No,
She's
no.
literally just tossing.
Just
off.
hard work for her.
Yeah,
No real benefit. And 2 14-year-old
Yeah,
boys leave happily. But, I mean, it's probably the best made-up rumour I've heard.
And it's got to be them
case.
2 boys. It's got to be Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. So,
Of course, clearly, because they both went to our school.
did,
And they were the ugly ones,
they were. Yeah,
too, right.
Wow.
What a school that was.
There was.
Well, there you go. Buck Todgers, if you've got a better made-up rumour, we'd like to hear it. But that is the end of your weekly dip into the letters and emails. And there you have it, folks. Say goodnight to 2006 as it's all done and dusted. Great work, gentlemen. Any final thoughts from you two?
No, it's been good to be back. Looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We shouldn't leave it so long next
No,
time.
no,
It's
not
been a
gonna-
nice one. Yeah.
Let's
We're not
stay.
gonna.
Let's stay safe out there, shall we?
Yep.
Very, very true. So, Blankers, look out for the next episode. It's going to be dropping in around a week or so. In the meantime, don't forget to follow us. Obviously, we're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as well. Sending us your questions, of course, by email on info@not40justblank as well. So, until we meet again.
Until.
Bye, Blankers.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Blankers. See you in Greece.